Hello, everyone. Wonderful to be connecting back with you. I truly believe that one shouldn't make success a struggle in life. It's like running on sand, then we sweat more and stress more. But if we deliberately walk and understand ourselves through the language of planets, we will reach our goals much faster. Here's a great quote from Henry David Thoreau that I feel really captures the essence of the entire personal transformation that we are undergoing. And this is happening all around us. We are transforming. So, what he says is, I know of no more encouraging fact than the unquestionable ability of man to elevate his life by conscious endeavor. Actually, Steve Jobs also echoed a similar sentiment when he said that everything around you was created by people no smarter than you, and you can be a transformer of your life. You can change your life the way you want. Now, waking up to this power, the power to consciously direct the program of your life, is a quantum leap in the evolution of your consciousness from being reactive to proactive, from being victim to being a victor. It's exciting because you realize that you're not limited by dogma and that you can defy convention to live a truly extraordinary life. I am sure you must have experienced or at least known, because I did inform of the great planetary lineup, the Jupiter, Saturn, Mars, with the moon from the 14th to the 16th. And trust me, they did. They were naughty. They ignored the social distancing and they planned to meet this moon from 14 to 16. And if you guys haven't seen it up till now, well, middle of the night, you can actually see this configuration and it's beautiful. It's going to be there tomorrow also. You must know that the moon is neutral to Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, whereas Mars is friendly to Jupiter. Saturn is not friendly to Mars and Moon, but is neutral to Jupiter. So, what does this configuration mean to us human beings? This play is being played on the universal level, it's there, and the psychology of it is going to be reflected on this earth. Well, I'm going to explain this to you. Jupiter gives intelligence, Mars gives aggressiveness, Saturn is discipline, and Moon is all about emotions and desires. So the time demands that you need to use your intelligence and aggressiveness constructively and discipline yourself for your own health, wealth, and happiness. Now, I will tell you where these planets are placed in the zodiac and how you can benefit from their energies only by adhering to their advice. For this, you just need to today use your intuition and sixth sense. We will talk about placements in my next Connect with You. Today, you just listen that when these planets are in a particular configuration or in a particular zodiac, how they can have an effect on this earth, on the human beings. Now, Saturn is placed in Aquarius today. Right. So, what does Saturn have to say for us? Saturn leaves its home sign and goes into one that's more objective and intellectual and scientific. Now, Saturn in Aquarius is all about taking responsibility for the world that we live in, the technology we invent, and the societies that we are jointly creating. Now, Aquarius is a sign which gives a strong awareness of the collective, and with Saturn here, We will all be more conscious of our roles in the community. Saturn being in Aquarius gives a very strong call to public service and the public accountability. Don't you think it's actually matching on the times that we are going through? There will be an emphasis on education and on educating each other. This won't be about pointing fingers, but about helping each other to grow wiser and more aware. At the same time, Aquarius is an experimental sign. So we will all see more people putting their ideas into practice, some with good result, and some have at least tried, because I never believe, like Einstein, I never believe that things are bad. I always feel well tried. Now, this could refer to both scientific experiments and social ones. Of course, even the experiments that we have tried, they teach us quite a lot. So it won't be a wasted effort, but occasionally unfortunate situations can result. So the next time when you experiment, you will not be making the same mistakes again. Now, Aquarius is also a very idealistic sign. However, the shadow of Saturn in Aquarius is a tendency to discount the individual and to focus on the larger human body or the greater idea. And so, this can be a time when ivory tower types can thrive, and people with common sense and practical know how can be ignored, but sooner or later, even they will be taken into consideration. So, the main challenge of Saturn in Aquarius is keeping ourselves grounded, having faith in ourselves, and believing in our own energies. If you don't believe, then you need to start believing. Now, Saturn will be in Aquarius until July the 1st, 2020, when it will go retrograde back into Capricorn for almost 6 months. After this period, it goes back in Aquarius once more, this time for 2.5 years. So, my listeners, you must understand that what I've told you about Saturn being in Aquarius, what is it asking us to do or follow is what we need to keep in mind. And trust me, irrespective of whatever zodiac you are, you will be a winner after this. Now, Jupiter is in Capricorn. So, Jupiter enters a new sign every year. So, this could be considered the astrologer's new year. Now, Jupiter's effect is to expand the characteristics of its sign. And what is Capricorn? A Capricorn is a pragmatic, disciplined earth sign. It's not particularly optimistic, and so it isn't always a good fit for this exuberant planet, because see, Jupiter is an expansive, exuberant planet. For many people, the coming year will feel harder, plainer, and simpler. So they need to re strategize. This is a very, very good sign when it comes to surviving. However, now is the time with your intelligence. It is the survival of the fittest and the person who can actually become very disciplined. That is what the Saturn had asked in Aquarius. So, whatever the year brings, the climate changes, the disasters, the economic ups and downs, people are more likely to seize on the practical, viable solutions. There will be an emphasis on preserving energy and resources, reusing the things, and preventing the waste. Old things will be valued more while Jupiter is in this sign, and this includes older skills and traditions. People will be learning from their elders, learning from books, and taking classes as they study up on all the skills that kept people alive before when tough times came. Before the Industrial Revolution, also, inventive people will be constructing things that help people in the immediate future. You have to be practical, you have to be realistic. This is what the Jupiter is demanding by being in Capricorn, or guiding, I would say. The realism of Capricorn can help everyone survive, everyone, 100%. But it doesn't always offer a hopeful vision of the future because it does not want to sell carrots. It says be practical. There's a sense that we have to go slowly, painstakingly, with a lot of discipline and a certain amount of deprivation, which is not lifelong, it is just a time period. There may be less energy given to pleasure, romance, and the arts, or your travels or trips, but there are other things to keep you busy. However, long term strategy is one of Capricorn's gifts. And so there could be some steady progress this year. There will be progress. I can challenge my knowledge on this. There could be a new structures and systems for work, for agriculture, for waste management, and for healthcare. Foundational texts such as the Bible and the Constitution, or the scripture. By Bible, I don't mean our Bible, I mean the scriptural books that we get into, we go into, and the Constitution could be changed in some practical ways. We'll actually start understanding what are our scriptural books or the spiritual books are trying to tell us. Whether you take Bible, Quran, Gita, Guru Granth Sahib, take any scripture, it is all teaching us how to live life in very practical ways. Maybe we'll get an amendment that does away with the electoral college also. Historical preservation is likely to proceed at a good pace. If you see historically, we've had tough times in the past. This is no different, and we have the resilience to overcome it. Now, the shadow side of Jupiter in Capricorn is a preference for hierarchy and tradition over anything new and innovative. In our current world, this may seem disastrous, but actually, it's not disastrous. We have to put the old, bring it into the new, and start a process which will give us sustenance. But as I said, Capricorn is a good sign for survival, and it's also a very, very realistic sign. So I am thinking that when they are really needed, working solutions will be proposed and put into practice. And in general, paring down isn't a bad idea at this point in the history. Jupiter is reigning in Capricorn till December 19, 2020. And this is what we need to adhere to. We have to mix our old with the new and completely make a package of our own and do the realistic thinking, and we'll see ourselves through. Now, Mars is in Aquarius. So the planet of will and action becomes more independent and free spirited in Aquarius. So Mars and Saturn are in Aquarius, if you see. You have a stronger urge to experiment, a desire to venture into the unknown territory. The urge to learn new things is strong. And this is not just a mental, but a physical desire. You want to pick up new physical skills like probably a different technique of working, or probably juggling something, or probably picking up a new hobby that you take a passion for. And it's a plus if not too many other people know how to do it, because what you are going to bring forth in the near future, other people are sure going to be surprised and be impressed also. So it's like you are walking your talk. Now, Mars has to do with the competitive urge, and with the Mars in Aquarius, you're more intellectually competitive. So you may find yourself engaging in battles of wit and cowing. You may find yourself cowing other people with your impeccable logic. You could get involved in contests that are all about quick thinking, fast reflexes, and technical expertise. Remember my words, what I said. Mars is a planet of aggressiveness, and you need to be, and it's in Aquarius, so air sign. Okay, so the aggressiveness, let it be constructive rather than being productive. Don't get into arguments, don't get involved in contests, don't unnecessarily try to prove your logic. The logic may be very good for you. If it is good for you, people may pay heed and probably try to follow you, so you don't have to explain your logic, because you are going to be more eccentric, more of a nonconformist. While Mars is here, you want to do things in your own way, and you could invent some new gadget or technique that's needed in every household. You could be a pioneer of anything, but you won't market it, because it's not about making money. It's just about the thrill of problem solving, because you were getting bored. Now you need to create challenges for yourself, because it's a very, very creative time. And everybody is coming up with interesting ways to express themselves. Inventors are more inventive, scientists are more inspired, and artists are more avant-garde. Mars will be here till May 13th. Now, this is all in line with the moon, so your emotions are bound to be overwhelming. So handle your emotions well. You'll be able to do it, because we are somewhere in the last quarter of the moon. We are neither in the no moon nor in the full moon zone. But at the same time, we are in the last quarter. So if you actually adhere to the guidelines of what these planets are trying to tell us, trust me, you will do brilliantly well for yourself. Now you're in an uncharted territory now. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon. You're in your uncharted territory now. Taking responsibility for your life, there are going to be immense rewards for that. But there are new challenges that you must face. How do you make the decisions? How do you know what is really important to you? How do you find meaning and serve a purpose that really gives you that deep sense of fulfillment that your soul craves? And when you find that purpose for doing this, and this is the core teaching that I am actually bringing forward in the near future, that when you find that purpose, how do you bring your soul craves into reality? Well, that is what I am starting. And that is the essence, core teaching that my School of Astrology has to offer. I am soon starting my classes on astrology the way I look at it. The link is already there on the website, so you can check out the details from there. Well, what my courses have to offer, well, they untangle your mind from the constructs of traditional beliefs with a unique set of understanding of planets. This is going to put you in a state of limitless. With my teachings, you will learn how to maintain your health, wealth, and happiness. You'll be able to create a vision for your future and process it confidently. With the knowledge of planets, you'll be able to sharpen and use your intuition, and they will guide you. You will be able to bend reality with advanced consciousness tools that go beyond visualization. You will be able to bend yourself to different ways of thinking. You will be able to bring your vision into reality faster and more magnificently. And there is so much more you will learn how to play and utilize the strength of planets the way I do. Now that I have explained to you, please, I think if you all are interested and curious to see the magnificent in the sky with these planetaries aligned all in one line next to the moon, you will realize what I am trying to tell you. And now that I have explained to you all that what I have told you, when the Saturn is in Aquarius, or the Jupiter is in Capricorn, or Mars is in Aquarius in combination with the moon, what are they bringing to you? I am sure you can utilize this guidance and you can strengthen yourself and be a pioneer of your own creativity. And trust me, this tough time, is going to just flow effortlessly. So, do we have any questions before I wind up? Let me see. Well, today I am glad everybody's been just listening very nicely and thanking. I need to thank you all that you all have been adhering to what I've been saying. And the planets are so beautiful. You can actually play with the planets the way I do. They guide me, they tell me, oh, there's one question that's come in: Jupiter and Saturn conjunct in the sixth house. Well, I have not spoken about what they're doing in the houses at this particular moment. This, what I knowledge that I have given you, is completely applicable 100% to all the human beings and their emotions. So, the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction of what you have asked about the sixth house, this has a different connotation. So, when we go to every individual chart, or when we learn in the coming future about what the Jupiter in which house, what does it tell you, or the Saturn in which house it tells you, which I am going to be apprising you slowly and steadily and briefly, you will realize how to handle it and apply it to yourself. At this particular moment, at the cost of repeating myself, please understand that Mars in Aquarius, Saturn in Aquarius, and with Jupiter in Capricorn, what they are doing to you all, and what they are doing, how they are playing with your emotions, what are the guidelines that they are giving you, is what you need to adhere to. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can get the notifications well in time to connect with me. It gives me great joy to be with you all. And definitely, I would be answering, like somebody else has asked, what happens when Saturn is retrograde in birth chart and retro. Oh, that's a good question, but I am coming in my forthcoming connects with you all. I would be telling you all that when these planets are going to go retrograde, and what effect are they going to have to every house, which I'm coming in June, when the planets are actually going to start going retrograde. It's a very another interesting factor in our lives, and that is the time we'll start feeling the relief also. So, meanwhile, you could visit my website www.dollymanghat.com to know more about yourself or the placements of your planets personally. The affliction or debilitated or weak planets only means that you are not aware of the strengths that you can derive from the planets. Once you get your natal chart made, you'll be better equipped to utilize the energies and convert them to your advantage. Whatever percentage you transform yourself, it will still be better than predictive affliction, that what you envisage. On the 17th of April, in my next Connect, I will be explaining to you how to understand what afflicted or combust planet actually means, and how to overcome this anxiety or the fear and utilize it to your advantage. I will be connecting back with you on the 17th of April, same time. That also reminds me that if you so wish any other time which is comfortable with you, let us know by emailing us at dollymangat14@gmail.com, or connect at dollymangat.com. Because my endeavor is that we should come to a mutual understanding where we all can connect comfortably globally, and I would be able to answer the questions that you have or the misnomers that you have about astrology, because I truly believe that astrology is the psychology of the universe. And if we start understanding the planets, our life can become much, much more comfortable, at least less stress free, and we could enjoy our life the way we want. We have another question coming in. Would you be doing this conjunction ascendant wise too? Yes, it can be done ascendant, but that's a big long study. At this particular moment, if you understand the general idea of it and start implying it into your life, Trust me, you'll be able to play with the planets the way I play. I love to play with the planets because I understand them, and then I try to imbibe the things the way what guideline they are giving it to me. And since the intuitions are much sharper now, you are able to mastermind your life the way you want in whatever circumstances. So one of them has written, okay, I mean, most of you all have given me loads of love. And of course, I also extend my love to you all, my best wishes to you all. And since this is my age of returning back to the world, my endeavor is to actually explain to you all what how life can be the way you envisage. Just understand the planets, don't fear the planets. So till the 17th of April, same time, when I'm going to actually be telling you all that what does these afflictions or debilitations means. And soon after, I would be coming to the retrogrades also. So till then, stay safe and be healthy.